I'm Pete Kullich. I'm the organiser of tonight's event for Halo Orienteering Club. It's number 9 of the Lincolnshire Poacher series, 11 events. It's a wood that's owned by the Earl of Yarborough. It's a very large wood, the biggest one in fact we have in the series. Huge area actually, about 1,000 acres. I planned 3 courses tonight. There's the yellow course, which is for basically newcomers and young children. Very simple course along paths, about 2 kilometres. And then there's a short course, which is about 3 kilometres. That is more technical, the controls are harder to find, and that is for more experienced orienteers, but ones that don't want to be out for hours on end. And finally there's the long course, which is about 6 kilometres. That is for the experienced orienteers and the super fit athletes that will be arriving here tonight.
My name is Paul Murgatroyd and I'm with the Lincoln Orienteering Group. My colleague Liam Harrington also with Lincoln. We're in Pillar Woods tonight. We're going to be taking part in the Poacher series, running the long course, and we're just going to do a little bit of warming up. To start off with some general CV work, some pulse raising activity, gradually increasing the pace and the intensity. We'll do a little bit of dynamic stretching after that, and a bit of further mobilisation work, and then just a few more activities to increase the pulse a little bit further before we hit the ground running. The reason why we're doing a combination of dynamic stretch, mobility exercise and the CV work combined is to ensure that, well, there's 2 reasons. We're to ensure that we maintain an elevated heart rate, and the problem with a traditional warm-up is you tend to do the cardiovascular work and then you do a block of static stretching, and what happens during the static stretching is obviously your heart rate is dropping back to normal, your oxygen transfer rate is going back to resting, and you're losing all the benefits of the cardiovascular element of the warm-up. So by mixing in a bit of cardiovascular work with a bit of stretching, we're keeping the body warm, we're keeping the temperature elevated, we're keeping the heart rate up. The second reason why we're doing dynamic instead of static is that we're trying to replicate through the stretches the dynamic motion of the sport of orienteering. So obviously in the forest, we're moving, running, dodging, dipping through the woods, often off balance, and we're putting the body under dynamic pressure rather than static pressure. So we need to make sure that when we do our dynamic stretches that we're stretching the muscles that are the primary movers, so mainly the lower body. So we're working on quads, hamstrings, calf, and we're replicating the movements that you would see in orienteering. We're not doing it statically.
Hi, my name's Dave Offler. I've just run the long course, and as usual, very slow start, making mistakes, going for number 1, By 2 I was in my stride and going well to 3 and to 4. 4 to 5 was a difficult leg because it's very overgrown, so it's difficult to find it. But after that, 6 to 7, and then old age started to crawl in around about 7, 8, 9, 10, zigzagging backwards and forwards through the woods. And so by the time I've got to the end, although I found things okay, I'm well and truly exhausted, and as you can see, sweating like mad. But it was a good run, nice course. Well done, Pete.
My name's Pete Shue. I ran the long course tonight. I did 58 minutes, which is good for me. I tend to try and get under the hour for these about 6k runs. I made a few minor mistakes, but it actually was quite a good run for me tonight. Overshot a couple of controls, and one route choice took me through some country I didn't really want to go through, so I cut back onto a path. Apart from that, it was very nice. It was very runnable in the woods. And I ran most of the way, which is good going for me. Good run. Yeah, going from 10 to 11, I thought I'd cut straight through, but I got into a fir forest that was most of it was lined up the wrong way, so a lot of bracken to go through, and it was slowing me down quite a lot. So I opted then to cut back towards the main ride and go along the ride for a while, come back into the control further down. I think I should have done that earlier to save time.
Hi, my name is Mike Smith. I've been doing orienteering for a number of years. I did the long course today. Hill is one of my favourite woods, but I always seem to make a mistake somewhere or other. Today it was quite early on, before number 1 even, which was a bit of an awkward leg that you go through some wood, out into open and then back into wood again. It was just a little bit difficult finding your way into that particular piece of wood. And the problem with that particular control was that in fact it was down as a knoll, and actually it was an almost decayed tree stump.
Hi, my name is Liam Harrington. I'm a member of Lincoln Orienteering Group, and I've run the long course today at the woods. I've had a really good run. I hit most things spot on. A few were a bit steady, so not lightning fast, but only one little well, it wasn't really a mistake. We just had to look at the map again just to make sure where I was when I got to another control, which was only a few metres away from the control I wanted. I think I've done fairly well in about 33 minutes, which should be top few, I hope.
Thought it would be.
Oh, Lewis!
Timing.
No rush, because we've got to pick the pegs up. How was yours?
Really good.
Was it?
Oh yeah, I thought I might come down here. If I'd come down there, you could see it from the road, couldn't you?
From there,
I was here.
I ended up on there in the end and made a right.
Your lad went straight to that one. We just overshot it and just went off to the left and got it.
I went past it above it. I missed that path. I could have crossed it, hit that.